What the fuck is in that giant bottle, by the way?
Electrolytes,
Oh, okay. I
sea
drink
salt and magnesium,
Do you make your own or you buy them?
a little bit of both.
Okay.
I do make my own, but I don't like the flavor.
I buy the Element. I just buy them on Amazon, and they're a Canadian company.
them.
And so it's literally overnight they're at my door. Like it's
That's nice.
less than 24 hours. So I order them before I go to bed. They're there in the morning. It's crazy because
Yeah.
we have the Calgary Amazon here, right?
I know you guys are lucky.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky too because I'm in Vancouver.
Yeah.
So I'm 5 minutes from the border. So I go down to get all the fancy goods.
Wow.
So I have it shipped to my PO box.
Are you from Vancouver?
No, I'm from Calgary.
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Born
And
and
when did you
raised.
move to Vancouver?
5 years ago.
Do you love it? My sister's been there for 30 years.
How do I put it? I fell in love with the land
Yeah.
and it reinvented my life in the sense of it restructured my lifestyle. Because how can you live somewhere so beautiful and not participate in it? So within a month, 2 months of moving there, I bought a paddleboard. Within 6 months, I had an e-bike and hiking boots, rain jacket. And so I was fully immersed into reconnecting with the land. And I say reconnecting because I used to be an outdoor person. Like I grew up camping and stuff. But then living in Calgary, I got stuck in the concrete jungle. So moving out to Vancouver was so good for my soul. It's so beautiful there. Like I've lived in 7 to 9 different countries. And I think Vancouver, like the West Coast, is probably the most up there for beautiful places.
Yeah.
It's got a vibe.
Where
Yeah.
else have you lived?
When I was young, I lived in Singapore. My parents were missionaries.
Like Mormon mission? No. What do you
Not
mean?
like Christian missionaries.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God. My mom's side was Mormon, so I understand the whole
So
missionary.
funny.
Wow.
Yeah, we were Christian missionaries in Singapore for a year-ish, couple
Wow.
years. Yeah, and then I did missions trips. So I went to like the Philippines and California and Fiji, and I'm trying to think where else I went.
And preached the word of God.
Yeah, like more volunteer stuff and charity stuff. Like
Okay.
we went with like Doctors Without Borders and helped with their medical supplies, and went to the jungles of the Batangas, like in the Philippines off Manila, like the islands, where like when we went, cannibalism was still a thing previously. Like they were still into that. Like they looked like something on National Geographic. It was really, they had the spears and like
No.
they were like naked. Yeah, it was really interesting. So
Were you scared?
never. No. I've never really been scared of cultures or traveling, and I think that's. My dad traveled. He did 49 countries, so I think I have a little bit of that free spirit in him, or that wandering.
Well, and just going to do the work that you did.
Yeah. It was interesting.
So you have faith in God?
No.
No?
So how do I put that? I'm not Christian anymore.
You're
no.
not?
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't like saying that.
Well,
because
that's
it's
okay.
like-
That's just like,
It's like I don't subscribe to the church.
But you probably believe in,
I'm very spiritual.
yeah.
Very spiritual. Like we were talking last night, like
Yes.
astrology and I don't know, the universal laws and quantum physics and the merging of like woo-woo and science. I'm very into that. But anything organized religion,
Yeah, it's different.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not no,
No.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And how cultish it can be.
Yeah.
So it took me a while to break free from that. Not a while. I said it was quite quick for me to just like discard some of the belief systems and the program. But then it took me a while to indoctrinate myself from punishment and good and bad and good versus evil and the devil's trying to get me and stuff like that. I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
No.
Well, my mom grew up Mormon, and as soon as she turned 18, she was like, and
Really?
gone from that church.
But
And-
you didn't grow up Mormon.
No. Not that, like, I don't know why I said it with a reaction like that, because I do have cousins and stuff that are still Mormon, and they have that faith, and that's
Yeah.
great, because it really does work well for them, and good. But no, I went to church a few times with my grandma, when she was alive, when we go to stay in Cardston, because that's
Oh my
the
gosh.
major Mormon
Yeah.
right, place. But yeah, I mean, I think I was too young to kind of really, and it was only a few times. And
But you didn't grow up in.
no,
So what religion did you grow up?
no religion. And then
None.
anytime the Mormon missionaries would come to the house to knock on the door, my mom would open the door, go fuck it. Like, it would be so embarrassing that we would die. So then we kind of just grew up, but she had a lot of trauma
Yeah.
and stuff that happened in the church and stuff, you know.
That's the thing is like it's just a really unsafe environment.
Yeah,
'Cause
it
it's-
can be for sure.
Because there's so much spiritual bypassing, right? And so much submission and almost it's scary. It's like it's a lack of critical thinking.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I remember asking, okay, so God is this like incredible creator and he made earth but he just stopped there. Like he just stopped at earth. Like he was like that just one I've made
Is that what it
vast,
says? I don't know. I've never.
vast universe of the light goes forever and I've
Right.
made light years, but I'm just going to do one planet and one species
I
and I
didn't-
hate that species. So let's
Right.
I mean, I'm
going to
kind of-
condemn the species if they fall out of line with what I
right?
with the law.
Yeah. So I remember being like, what about aliens? Like, what about like, are there not other planets with species on them? Like, and so I was always questioning. I'm like, and that's it. Those are our only options, heaven or hell. There's no in between. There's no like, no train to another planet. Nothing.
No wormholes or
No,
portals.
like I was just so like,
Vortex.
this feels like very double blind, like manipulative.
Have you
And
had experience with aliens?
I think I am one. I don't know. Like, have I had experiences? I think we do all the time.
Yeah. Or
I
you're
think
here,
it's just
or-
I know things and I can see things beyond comprehension. And I think we were talking about remote viewing.
Okay.
And I did a course in remote viewing.
Yeah, so did I at Monroe Institute.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and I did it through Matrix Energetics.
Ah.
And so it was object identification through remote viewing. So I did that for a while and I was pretty good at it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty crazy. So then I feel like I can, when necessary, tap into that. And for me, it's like more timelines,
What's that mean? Like,
because there's multiple realities running at once, right? And multiple universes going on. So for me, it's like, it's accessing all those timelines and being able to identify. Like, what was I saying? The other night I was saying, we always talk about, our greatest timeline, if it's not in alignment with my highest timeline. And I was like, there's many high timelines. There's so many. It's the one we get to choose. And this is where free will comes in, right? So we get to choose what timeline we think is great for us. It could be the highest timeline. In what regards, financially, soul evolutionally, karmically, so then I think it comes down to we get to choose the ultimate timeline that we want to be on. And so I can kind of pick up and see where they line and where they don't line.
is it sort of like a quantum jumping?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say so.
Right.
Right? Doesn't
So at
everybody
different
know how to do that?
stages of your life. Yeah, I know. Well, probably not everybody, but no. But I think like different stages in your life, just by
Yeah.
way of the different experiences that you're going through, sort of tune you to be prepared
Yeah.
to have access
Yes.
to that other timeline,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's always changing, because we're always learning and evolving and growing. Well, a lot of us are willing. Some of us want to stay on the path of being told what to do and programmed, and then there's others that are like, no, there's got to be other information out there. Like we're curious, we want to
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah.
So I think that's where you can access these other frequencies. But if you're being programmed and sort of a
Put
terminal,
in a box,
yeah,
right? Yeah, and I think it is our job to be deconditioned. Like so many of us have been conditioned, but I think really our purpose is like we come to Earth, we be conditioned, and then it's our job to undo it
yeah,
and to learn what really, really makes us tick, really makes us evolve, right? Like contrast. We can't, if we didn't have love, we wouldn't know hate, kind of thing, right? So it's like we don't know freedom unless we have lack of freedom.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How did you get it? Like, so you went from sort of a religious background,
Yes.
and then what was the turning point? Like, how did all of a sudden
It was kind of gradual. I think it never really matched my box. And so I think by the time I was mid-20s, I started to unravel, like, this doesn't really work for me. And I follow the rules, but I don't feel satisfied. I think that was the thing. It was like, okay, but I'm doing the things and I'm not getting the results I want. And I'm a very like 1 + 1 = 2. So why would I do something that's not taking me where I want to go, right? And so I just started to step back and go, why would I, if this doesn't work for me, why am I using it? You know, it's like using a spoon to change your oil. Like, what? It's not helping. I'm not going to do it. So I started to drop it out, and then I started to really embrace more alternative beliefs, right? Like, I don't know, universal laws, and just like, what if we are reincarnated or have past lives? And then my father passed away when I was 27. And I think that was kind of the nail in the coffin for me, where it was like, you know, he did all the right things. And if God's such a healer and all these things, and then my dad died, and it just kind of was like, I need something to fill the gaps in, and this isn't filling the gaps for me. Whereas I find that a lot of the spiritual beliefs I have fill all those gaps and bring closure to a lot of the incidences that I've had in my life. Whereas I just felt like Christianity just left this raw wound where I'm like, that doesn't explain anything. Unless I want to go to the belief that I'm evil and it's dark and I'm out of sin and that the devil's trying to take me out, which is like, that's really scary.
Intense.
That's really intense. Like, I don't want to believe that. Whereas if we reframe it and is more in a place of, you know, this happened for my spiritual evolution and I'm in charge of what happens next, like, that's empowering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I have some friends that are really strong Christians, and I actually get along with them quite well. And then I have friends that are not, and we get along great. And I'm at this place where what works for you? Like, if it's in alignment with you and it's getting you the results you want and empowering you and to be the human and the soul you need to be, I'm like, great. But as soon as it's like, I recognize toxicity or a misalignment with it, I'm kind of like, that doesn't really work for me. And I don't really want to be in a relationship with people like that.
Yeah. Right?
Like, I find I'm getting more and more selective.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like, I only want to have people now that I find are on that same wavelength.
Yeah, like, it's really hard to have. I've always been a growth-oriented person and really been into self-development and soul evolution and how can I be better. I'm sure some of that's like a trauma response, right? How can I be better? Sanctification. But a lot of it too is like, I want to grow, because out of growth there's satisfaction, and out of growth there's challenges and whatnot. So I just find that I seem to align with people that are on that same trajectory, because then there's this maturity that comes in of like course correction, or it's easy to have emotional conversations, you know, or be like emotional intelligence, because there's an awareness, right?
Right.
Like consciousness and self-aware. It's huge.
It is.
So, and it's tough, you know, it's tough when you're,
Get it? Because I don't mind. Just like, edit out. And then I also wanted to talk about all your companies, because you said you have 4 companies, right?
Yeah, I know.
Tell me.
You want to talk about my companies now?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
love to.
I'm a little bit ADHD.
That's what actually makes good business owners.
Yeah. Yeah.
That and OCD.
Does it?
Yeah, because
don't know.
then you know it's going to be a good product, and
Yeah.
the person's super obsessive
Speaking of
with
OCD,
it.
I'm like, I can feel the buckles on the wrong side. I gotta fix my hat. Oh my God, but not OCD enough to do my hair, I'll tell you that much. I did shower today, so you're welcome.
I did not. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're a yogi. You can be as dirty as you want. You're pure on the inside. You'll just sweat it out later. Self-cleansing.
Right.
It's all good.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I have a few companies. I have, looking back, I was into every craft I could ever be in school or, as a child. Like if it wasn't Lego, it was, collecting. It was like doing chalk art. I used to take chalk and like grate it. And then, when that sand art where they layer it and they make like designs in the sand. So I took chalk and did that.
Out of nowhere?
Yeah, I just started grating chalk and then I would layer it in jars and then put toothpicks in it and make like this funky, like almost like sunset design. Yeah.
Wow.
And I did that because I was bored. So I've always been into like innovation and creativity and what can I do with the very little resources I have. I remember like hot gluing picture frames with fabric and then giving them as Christmas gifts. Anyways, what did I do? Yeah, I have a couple companies. So I have my Inner Mind Performance company, which has been trauma work and hypnotherapy, inner child integration, with NLP and a sleuth of plethora, I should say, of like all my modalities that I've done, with psychology and sociology and all that stuff. So I have that company, which has been going probably the longest, like 10 years.
So you take people through hypnotherapy sessions?
Yeah, and I do inner child integration and parts integration.
What's that mean? I'm sorry.
So like inner child healing. So are you familiar with inner child healing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I do is I go in subconscious or unconsciously and we find that part that is causing the havoc in your life. So like, let's use an example, like addiction. I actually had a client who came to me. This is actually a beautiful story. Came to me and he was addicted to Coca-Cola and was drinking like 4 to 10 cans a day.
Whoa.
Yeah, and had for 25 plus years. And it's like he was pre-diabetic now. And lovely guy. And he's like, yeah, I just want to like get this addiction and get rid of this addiction. I said, no problem. Yeah, I can do that with hypnotherapy. We're probably not going to do it the way that you think we're going to do it. I'm not going to like, don't drink Coke, don't drink Coke, don't drink. Like, that's not what we're going to do. And so for me, it was like finding the root of the problem. And he was like, we finally, after the second session, got into some inner child memories. So when he was a child, some memories came up. Because I wanted to know, when did your love for Coke begin? And that was my approach. And it was really beautiful because it was, he started to come out that he was in an abusive home. And yet his grandparents were safe. And whenever he went to his grandma's house, the first thing she gave him was a can of Coke. So it was an anchoring for safety.
Yeah.
And he didn't know that, right? And so he's like in his 50s and he didn't know that what was running this addiction was this inner child going, I'm only safe when I have a can of Coke in my hand. And so we got the inner child. I did a subconscious, unconscious hypno session and letting the inner child put down the Coke and come home to his home and have a safe place. And within a week, completely out, completely done. And he had done everything from like Sugars Anonymous program to switching it out with Gatorade, he tried like, I don't know, shock therapy, everything. All it took was 3 sessions.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was done. And he came back 6 months later, still done. And no transfer of any other addiction, because that's the thing, is a lot of people will just go from one to another. No. In fact, he like stopped drinking a lot of soft drinks and a lot of drinks. Like he started drinking water for like the first time in his life. And
wow.
Yeah. And so I do have done a lot of inner child integration where we find out that the part of you, because a lot of people say, oh, there's a part of me that wants to work out and a part of me that wants to stay and watch TV. And it's like, but you're in control of both those parts, right? And usually it's the more mature part that wins. Not always. Sometimes it's like, yeah, I'm lazy. That lazy part of you wins. But most of the time you're able to talk the other parts down and be like, you know what? It's good for me. I'll feel better afterwards. You know, I have goals. I'm trying to get in shape. But a lot of the times if we have a part that overrides that mature part, that true self part, that part needs to be integrated. That part needs a little help. So I help identify those parts so that we can integrate them in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you always go back to childhood first, like to see? Because
A lot, 9 times out of 10, these parts could stem from childhood or they stem from trauma, right? So, and not all,
which generally comes from childhood too,
which
right?
generally does,
Yeah.
but I mean, if you've been through a divorce or car accident,
That's traumatic.
that's traumatic, you know, moved countries later in life, like, so it could be anything really. 9 times out of 10, it is childhood.
So you did this first, and then did you get into astrology after that?
You know, secretly, I remember the astrology is like my hidden talent and my secret weapon.
Yeah.
And I remember being, of course, knowing that I grew up in a really Christian home, I remember going to the library, not the library, the bookstore, and buying an astrology book when I was 19.
Okay.
And I was still living at home. I'm not sure if I was still living at home. I remember, I think I was in college, so I just moved home to go to college. And I remember having it on the kitchen counter.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, "What's that doing here?" I was like, "Oh, I was just kind of curious." Like,
Oh, because is it bad in the church? I
oh
don't
yeah,
remember.
yeah. Astrology's like New Age,
Okay.
witchcraft. I don't know. I don't know what they call it these days. But I mean, some people are open to it, but my family, we're not open to it. So, and I was just like, I don't know, I just want to read it. And my dad was like, okay. And I think I caught my dad reading it a bit because my dad was a very open-minded person.
Yeah.
But I would read it, and I remember it resonated so true. It was truer than the Bible to me. It was like, this makes sense. This makes sense about who I am and like who we are and why I get along with certain individuals because they have these certain qualities and aspects, and they happen to have a map. This is just a map, you know? Oh, I tend to get along with blondes more. Okay, well, why? Oh, because, you know, there's an assimilation there. It's familiar. Okay, so it's like if we can justify that, can we not justify it in a deeper level with the stars? And so I started studying astrology when I was in my 20s, secretly. And then I think in my late 20s after my dad passed, I went full force into like spirituality and different aspects of spirituality. And I went pretty deep into astrology. And then in my 30s, I got into human design, gene keys, matrix energetics, and a lot of that, and even like channeling a Ra and the I Ching.
Like Jay-Z Knight.
Yeah, and the
Yes.
I Ching, and which is like Chinese astrology. And it was like somebody finally gave me a map, like to figure out life and to figure out why things happen in life. But it's so big and so deep that I've been studying it for 10 years that I feel like I'm just starting to get a handle on it. And so I've had so many friends say, you know, like, this seems so natural for you. Like, because a friend would be like, I don't know, what's your sign? What's your sign? I'd be like, I don't know, let's look at each other's chart. And then I would be able to unlock it because I've just studied it for 10 years. And they're like, how do you know this stuff? And I'm like, just like, you know, osmosis of learning it, that I was
Yes.
able to work with the energy of it and know it. And so then in the last 2 years, I've had a couple friends be like, you need to do this. Like, because it's not work for me. It's
Yeah.
very,
It's passion.
but it's almost like I've done it 1,000 years, which I
Really?
think I have.
Yeah.
So it's like I can look at a chart and I can see past, present, future, and I can see fated relationships, karmic relationships. I can see synastry, composite.
And is it like if I say this is my birthday and you figure that out? How do you do it?
I usually throw it in. I just have to see a chart. So usually, as long as I can see where it lands in the wheels.
But you base it off of somebody's birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, birthday and time.
Okay.
And then location, and then I can even do like astrocartography and relocation, which is when the planets have lines across the Earth, and so There's a certain line that okay, example is in Calgary, my line for where my sun lines up when I was born with where the planet lines were in my location of where I was born, Uranus and Mercury runs through it. So in Calgary, I'm living on my Uranus and Mercury line. And when I moved to Vancouver, which was one of the reasons I moved, was because my Venus and Mars line were over there. And great for business, great for love and money.
So
Also,
you could tell me that if I said this is where, and you tell me where to live for love and money?
Yes, absolutely.
That is so
And
cool.
understand there's still choice in it. It's just that energy is, that it's just environment has influence over us, right?
Right.
So I can't be like, you're going to be a millionaire. I'm just going to say the chances to work with that energy are higher. So, which it did. I was madly in love in Vancouver, and I made some pretty good money really fast, which was great.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was awesome.
And now you're going to be moving to Kelowna.
Yeah, but I'm between the lines.
Kelowna's close, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be between them. So I'm going to get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Because Uranus is really great for innovation and creativity. And Mercury is really good for communication and really good for business as well. I'm not a huge fan of Mercury lines because I have a ton of it in my chart. I have a ton of Mercury in my chart.
And what's wrong with it? Like, what does
Mercury is, it's great. It's good for communication from me. And Mercury is like technology. It's also can be a little bit of the underworld, a little bit of thoughts, psyche, patterns, repetition.
What is your sign?
I'm a sun. Sun. I'm a Leo sun.
Okay.
Leo sun, and I'm an Aries moon with a Virgo rising, which is a really nice mix, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know because I don't know a lot about it.
You don't know yours.
I know. I don't know for sure what my moon and rising are. I just looked it up online, but I don't really know if that is because I didn't have a professional do it. You just go online and do the calculator thing.
Yeah.
But I'm a Gemini sun then. That's my main sign, right?
No wonder you're doing a podcast.
Communication?
Yeah,
Okay.
chatty. They love intellectuality, right?
Yeah. I'm going to definitely get you
Yeah,
to do that for me.
I will.
100%. I'm so
Yeah.
curious.
Well, that led into me launching my company this year called Fated Minds. So I had
Okay.
Inner Mind Performance, which was my hypnotherapy and trauma and inner child. And then I finally launched Fated Minds, which is, I believe everything's fated. So everything that's, because I had
When
so
you say
many.
fated, you mean meant to be? Like meant to
Yeah,
happen?
I had so
or like
many.
pre-written?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had so many clients be like, do you think that what was meant for you is meant for you? And I'm like, yes, but within reason. I think a lot of us come with kind of some core lessons we need to learn.
Right.
But then we get to choose how those play out. So example, learning self-respect. Well, you can learn it by being at a really shitty job and having a really bad boss, or you can learn it being in an abusive relationship, or you can learn it, climbing Mount Everest, right? Like, and knowing when to quit. Like, there's multiple ways that you can learn self-respect, but I believe that there's some lessons that we just have to nail, and so we get to choose how so those lessons will come in at some form of another. So it's like fated. It's like you're meant to do it. I fundamentally believe I was meant to lose my dad. And actually it says that in my astrology chart. And it said as in his. It actually said that we both agreed that he would leave Earth at a certain time for me to launch forward. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So it brought a lot of peace because it was like, instead of being angry at God for why my dad isn't here, I'm like, no, we actually had a soul contract where we agreed he would peace out at one point, and I would have to be forced into independence.
Yeah.
Because he was my person, so.
It feels like it.
Yeah.
Like just as you're talking, even when you were talking about him in the very beginning,
Yeah.
I felt like my heart open up so much.
Yeah, he was my person. He anchored me here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was very untethering to be like, okay, so now what?
Now what? Yeah. Is your mom still alive?
She is.
Yeah.
I don't have a great relationship with her, but she is.
Is she
still alive.
here?
She's outside of Edmonton.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's the problem. Just kidding. Edmonton.
Right?
You're from Edmonton? Bye. No, I'm just kidding.
Although I think I like Edmonton people a little bit more than Vancouver people at this
Yeah?
point.
Okay, because I don't spend a lot of time. I mean, I gone to Vancouver many, many times over the years, see my sister. But it's, you know, I always ask
What's
her,
your
like, if you're not
impression?
happy there, why don't you leave, you
Does
know?
she not like it there?
She just won't leave. She loves Vancouver.
It's
but
a
she doesn't really
vortex.
seem happy.
It's a you know what? I would say 95% of people aren't happy in Vancouver. And actually, my friend Christy, who I met like a year ago, and I came out for a show, and I was telling her about Vancouver life, and she's like, "You sound miserable.
Right.
Like, are you okay?" And I was,
okay? Sorry, she just did a little cry there. Did you hear her?
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, and it was like, yeah, you get sucked into the miserable, because it's beautiful there. It's like a narcissistic relationship where you're like, yeah, but it's kind of nice. And you're like, but it's pretty. Yeah, it's expensive. People are rude. It's cutthroat. It's so busy. You can't go anywhere without there being rush hour traffic. I mean, it's like isolating because everybody's so protective of their materials. Time is money.
You can't really meet anybody there. That's
You
why when you said
can't.
kind of love was over there, I was like, how? Because
Well, that's because
from
I met
people
him
I've talked
here.
to, yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because I was like, I don't know anybody that's ever found a relationship there.
that's why I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it was like, I'm never going to find my person here.
No, like people just kind of walk past you in a way that you're like, what is going on?
I knew it was time to leave when last summer I was in Kelowna. My brother and I went to Lake Country for a week, and then I stayed in Kelowna for a week by myself. And I was on a walk down by the lake, like on the boardwalk. And there was this homeless man that was kind of like shady, you know? And I kind of was like weirded out because he was being like, blah, like, you know? And I just was like cautious. And then he was behind me, and I looked behind a few times because I'm a woman.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we could go into that. And so, and this guy stops me. He goes, "Are you okay?" And I went, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "You just looked a little spooked. Is that guy harassing you?" And I had a moment where I teared up and was like, "No, I'm okay." Because you would never have that in Vancouver.
Right.
If anything, they'd be like, "Excuse me, can you move?"
Yeah.
Like-
it's like New York.
Yeah, it
New
is.
York.
It is like New York vibes.
But mind you, men are way different in New York because I had people stop their car in the middle of the street and just leave it there and run up to me and be like, hey, like, I need to know you. You want to go out on a date? Like, I had never had such men ask me out. So let me take all that back because
So much better
New
than
York is 100 billion times,
Friendlier?
yeah, more different. It's just that people are business there. Like, get the fuck out of my way. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. But
Yeah.
they're not meaning to be rude. But it would come off rude. Well, some are. But I mean, just their attitude of directness.
Yeah.
But the men there they don't hold barred if they want to talk to you. Vancouver, I feel like, where are the men?
They're not there.
No.
No, they're not there. And to be honest, the breed I don't really like of men
Yeah.
that are there.
Yeah.
I've met a few that I'm like, yeah, they're nice, but I don't think they know how to change my oil.
That's what I like, is a manly man.
Like-
A man.
I like a little hybrid, you know?
Yeah.
Like a little
Yeah.
bit, okay, maybe not change my oil, but
Yeah.
like take my car in or something. I
Yes.
don't know. And you don't get any of that though.
Yeah.
So that was my reason. That's when it hit me and was like, I'm in an abusive relationship with Vancouver. I'm like, it's pretty and it looks nice and I had gone out to a wedding. I have family in rural Alberta.
Yeah.
And they don't get any like grounded than that. Like they're like farmers, right?
Yeah.
And some of them don't even really talk in complete sentences. They speak like farmers,
Yeah.
right? Love
Just
them.
sounds,
Love them. But, what are you up to today? You ate yet? Is that a full sentence? Love them. Love them. But my uncle, he's like, how's Vancouver? I was like, all right. And he's like, you look like you're starving. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, can you even afford an apple out there? I said, yeah. He goes, are all your money going to your fancy vehicle? And I was like, And then I realized I was at my cousin's wedding. I was in a room full of really wealthy people.
Yeah.
But you would never know. You know, like, because farmers actually have a ton of shit,
yeah.
right? Like in the land and the tractors. And I'm like, you know, and they're like in ripped blue jeans and like they smell like tobacco and, right? And they're slurring and wearing a cowboy hat. And I'm just like, yeah, I need to come back to my roots. Like, I'm losing sleep over paying my car, for my car payment and like being abused in Vancouver. And I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, it's so beautiful. And I realize the people that are there don't leave because you are in the most beautiful place in Canada, if not North America.
Yeah.
And so it's like, once you've passed go and collected 200 and you're in the gauntlet, I called it the Hunger Games. I'm like, I made it to the Hunger Games. And it's like, doo-doo. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
Like after the first year of living in Vancouver, I'm like, I've made it. Like, I'm okay. And then so you don't want to leave because you're like, I've worked so hard to integrate into this shit place that's beautiful, but is destroying my life. I had never been in debt, ever. Okay, maybe like 5,000 here and here. You know, like a couple thousand for student loans. But like, I moved to Vancouver and it was like debt, like, and people were like, if you're gonna live here, you gotta get really cozy with debt. And I've gotten cozy with it enough to be like, we're done. I don't need to be in bed with debt anymore.
No.
It was a temporary lover and I'm good. So that I realized everybody is in debt and faking it. And I'm
going to send this podcast to my sister because she's under hypnosis to Vancouver. And she's always the same thing, like that you're talking about, you know? It's like, get the fuck out of it.
Well, and I mean, I like have background in sociology and psychology and, you know, profiling, and I profile things. I look for patterns. So for me, it was pretty quick. I was able to identify like how fucked up it was. But other people are like, oh, I never noticed. I'm like, really? And then when I started talking to other people outside of Vancouver, that were living in Vancouver though, they're like, yeah. And a friend, she'd been in Vancouver 15 years, went from Saskatchewan to Vancouver. And she goes, I'm moving back to Saskatchewan, and has been single the entire time she's been in Vancouver. Well, not entire time, like dated here and there, but she's looking for her partner. And I said, you're going to find someone within 3 months when you go back to Saskatchewan. And she goes, stop. She called me the other day. She's like, so I'm dating someone and it's kind of serious. Like, it's pretty good. I'm like, I told you, because, and she goes, you were right. It's culturally so different. But I was so in it for 15 years. And now that she's back in Saskatchewan, she's like, it's just a different community. I'm like, yeah, we care. It's like Vancouver is just so self-absorbed. It is narcissistic.
That's a really good way to put it.
It is narcissistic. You have to be to survive. And, you know, even when I talk to my friends back home when I'm in Calgary for a bit, I'm like, I don't think they know. They don't know. But you just put up with it because that's what's offered to you, and everybody's like that. I'm not saying my friends are narcissists. I'm just saying, I can notice there's much more interaction. I was saying yesterday, because I was saying, even when I just touched her arm, never you would have that in Vancouver, even with my close friends. There's not even it's like a physical barrier. And, you know, I've met some strangers. I've made a lot of friends in the last month because I've been in Kelowna and Calgary. And the like connection is another level. You know, I lived in Vancouver 5 years. I maybe have 5 friends who I love and adore and are really great, because they're great people, and I've worked really hard at the relationship. But then it's like in the last 6 weeks, I've probably made the same quality of friendships, probably double the amount, like lifelong friends. And I'm like, yeah, it's a different thing. But
so even like the city you can move to or go back to, it's kind of like how we were talking about, like jumping into different realities. It's like the frequency is different from city to city, so it kind of is a different reality almost. So that's why, you know, and it's being prepared to get here by knowing, like you were saying, the contrast of certain things in our lives.
Yeah.
So going to Vancouver and going, fuck yeah, got that experience, going back, and now it's
Yeah.
like double, triple the friends and the connections way faster.
The contrast, yeah.
It's just readying yourself. It's that preparedness.
And I knew after a year of living in Vancouver, I'm like, people here are awful. And then I was like, but I've made it. I made it to the Hunger Games. I'm in the gauntlet. Like, I can't leave now.
No.
And I was there for love. So it was like, well, that's okay. I have this, at least there's one person that I like here. So it's okay. But after that relationship ended, I was like, there's really no point in me being here. And partnership's really important to me. So.
And now the partnership that you're with is the business that's in Kelowna that you're opening.
Yeah. Now my partnerships are my business babies. So I have my Inner Mind Performance, my Fated Minds, which I love doing. And I do astrology consultations and life strategy based on it. And then I have my chocolates company, which is my Inner Mind Chocolates, which I'm slowly phasing out, but I love. Which is my chocolates that have the lion's mane and medicinal mushrooms in them, which has been great. But it's time to elevate. So I started my other company, which is Elysian Chocolate Experience.
How do you say it?
Elysian Chocolate Experience.
How do you spell that?
Elysian. Elysian Chocolate Experience.
What does that mean?
Elysian is actually from Greek and Norse mythology, and it means where people go to die and experience bliss. So inadvertently, like heaven.
Yeah.
But it's very specific. It's like when the warriors went to die, they would enter Elysian. And it was a peaceful place of bliss and reprieve. So it wasn't just like heaven. It was because it was like the warriors went there. The Vikings went there. So it was like, it was a reprieve, a place of reprieve. So my chocolate is about a place of reprieve. It's about stillness and finding, like creating it as a ritual. So, because I eat chocolate every day, and then it was like, for me, it's a spiritual thing. Like, it's not even spiritual. It's a self-care thing. It's like, this is nourishing, and I make it vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, and then I add, I add botanicals and herbs in it, so that.
So even if it's not mushrooms, you kind of get
Yeah.
this aliveness to it that
I
takes
brought
you on
one.
a bit of a journey.
I brought one for you to try.
I'm so excited.
Right?
Because I am a chocolate maniac. But this isn't mushroom. This is...
No. This isn't mushroom. This chocolate's called
There's
Chosen.
gold in it.
This is the Chosen one. This is such an ugly.
What a good name, the Chosen one.
So that chocolate's called Chosen, and it is resemblance of the heart chakra and self-love.
Oh my
And I mean, you don't have to eat the one with the gold foil on it. That's just for decor, but I brought one without the gold foil.
This is so beautiful. I love gold though.
Okay, well, you can eat the gold foil. Just some people are like, do I eat the gold foil? I'm like, you
Well,
can.
I like gold.
Okay, eat the gold foil. I don't know how the gold foil tastes, to be honest.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Okay, so this one has cherry, jasmine flower,
Sure, right away.
hibiscus. It's got cacao nibs, pomegranates, and rooibos. And I can't remember if there's reishi.
Wow, that's an experience.
You right? Mm-hmm. And there's a ritual that goes with it. And I won't say it.
That's not the kind of chocolate you just chew and swallow.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it's like the ritual that goes with it is what I chooses me. And because it's such a reflection of you create your own reality, but you need to create your own love. You need to create your own, self-care. Because how we treat ourselves, do you know Neville Goddard? Yeah, right? It's what does he always say? Inner world, outer world. It's projected out, self-projected out, right? So it is very much about choosing yourself and choosing the circumstances you want in your life and what you want to receive.
This is so good.
Yeah, it's amazing, right?
Well, there's like,
Layers.
I'm not a wine person, but I hear how people talk about wine when they smell it and taste it, and there's all these levels or layers. That's how I feel. Like, as I'm letting it sit there, it's like layer changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. So I created these for at-home experiences. And I also created them for spa experiences so that they can be paralleled with the treatment. like a spa treatment. So imagine having that before you go into like a hot stone massage or a Reiki treatment, right? Where that's just going to take you deeper into the heart chakra. And I have 6 different ones. So I have another one called Reverence, and it's got black pepper and cayenne and
wow.
tahini. And that one's really about honoring your power and igniting that power. So that would be great if you're going into a sauna, right? And activating, that sacral chakra and coming one with yourself in that way. So I created all 6 of these chocolates more for spa, but I want to say more for rejuvenation. And it happens that happens a lot at spas. But also for the at-home experiences like you just had. I'm going to be putting them in wineries as well because I want that level of intimacy. A lot of people go to wine for, the ritual of fun or relaxation. Like, let's go to Kelowna and go to a winery. It's like we dress up, we create a ritual out of it. We dress up, we go for dinner, we're gonna sit down. It's like, yeah, and whether you have a wine or not, it's like this chocolate can solidify that experience between yourself or with another person or among friends. So
I love how you're like, even think about the sauna and the sacral chakra.
Yeah.
And like when you say you eat chocolate every day, it's not just eating it.
no.
Like you're taking it in almost like it's an alive energy.
Yes.
Like an entity
Yes.
that
Yeah.
you connect with.
Yeah, because it is a plant. This goes whole into like plant medicine and it is nourishing. I've done so much reading up on plant medicine and cacao and like how the Aztecs used it in ceremony. They would cacao ceremony, right? And why are we not integrating that on a modern level, but still keeping the roots with it, right? So, yeah.
Because people have kind of made it, dumbed chocolate down in the Charlie in the Factory sort of way with all this crap ingredients.
And it's bad now, and it's like it's
like, where is there really any
sinful
chocolate in there now?
Yeah.
Is it all just chemicals and?
It's so funny because people will ask me, they're like, okay, so if it's vegan, what's in it? And I was like, cacao butter and cacao paste. And they're like, okay, but what makes it chocolate? And I'm like,
Cacao is chocolate.
cacao is the chocolate. Okay, what do you use for milk instead? We westernized it by putting dairy in it, which is very sacrilege, right? In a spiritual component, because if you're really becoming, really aligning with self before a lot of people, before you do plant medicine, you remove all animal products, including dairy.
Right, I did ayahuasca. Yeah, okay.
So,
they do.
and so it's the same thing. Why would you put dairy in a sacred plant? So we've kind of bastardized it. So I just kind of brought it back to its purification
and showed it the respect it deserves. I love that.
and elevated it and brought it to a level where it's, I don't know, brought some class back into it too.
I love how you said elevated, because I watch all the cooking shows all the time, and they elevate certain dishes. Like people will be like, well, this was a Ukrainian dish that was really boring, and then you
Borscht.
elevate it, and then it comes out this incredible, like what? How did magnificent piece, Yeah.
So that's that company. So those are my
So that's going to be a storefront in Kelowna?
No, right now we're just doing exclusive offers with spas and
Okay.
wineries. So, and you can order online if you want. They'll come in 2 boxes or 4. And then my Transcendence collection will come out in the fall, which is all 6 chocolate bars, which you can share among. It'll be great in time for the holidays. Or if you're a real estate agent and need an expensive gift, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
A pure expensive gift instead of a bottle of wine or a gift basket, you can give these chocolates because they each come with a ritual card as well to guide you through it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like almost like an oracle card, or it looks kind of like a tarot card. It's beautiful. It's art shaped and
You are so creative. Like
Thanks.
things that like who would think of that? Like you've really gone in because you're with it, not just trying to make it a business. It's a part of you.
Yeah, I think that's the key to success. Is really embodying who you are and letting that flow out of you. And it doesn't feel right to not do it. Like I've had to, I'm really particular, even the people I work with, because it has to really align with my vision. And I had somebody that I was working with, and she said, yeah, there's too much of you in this. And I went, we're done here.
Oh yeah.
If it's not 100%, it's me, 100%. And because I wrote the rituals, and she's like, I think they're to you. And I was like, you're welcome. You're welcome that they're
and
me.
you're fired.
Yeah, and was like, that's interesting. Okay.
Oh wow.
Because that is me, and you just enjoyed it. So, again, you're welcome. Like,
Yes.
I just, like if people.
But it takes it back to like who we allow in our energy. Like
Yeah.
when you get to a certain place in your life where you're like, I've been through all that contrast. I've learned a lot of lessons. I'm on this vibration. And this is what I'm accepting now in my life because I understand that this is my energy and it's sacred. Who I share this with.
Yes.
Like it's sacred.
Yeah, like in yoga yesterday, your class was medicine, right? Like if you had done any other sequence or you followed a book, well, actually you do it this way. How boring would that be, and how unmedicated would that be, right? Where it was so healing, what you were channeling and the sequence that you chose, and that was you, right?
Thanks. Yeah.
And it was an expression of you, and so. And people love it. And those that don't can go gravitate to something else. It doesn't mean you're not a good yoga teacher.
Yeah.
It's a medicine that you offer.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it was really good. I woke up feeling really good.
Aries trying to get near you because he knows you're allergic to him. He's like...
He's a little ratty there too.
Oh, he is. He's had a troubled past before I got him too.
Yeah.
So when Adam was here this morning, he was like, "Rah," like he was going to attack him. And I go, don't worry, Adam, he won't bite you. But Adam was like, what the fuck's wrong with this dog? Like this, he has 5 dogs. Like this dog's crazy. I'm like, yeah, but he's so special. I call him Dr. Aries because anytime I cry or anytime something's wrong, he knows and he runs to me to kiss me. He runs. Whereas the Yorkie will run and hide from me if I'm emotional. This guy
I wonder what their
runs to
astrology
me.
signs are.
Yeah. Or my friend had a cut on his hand. He was going bananas to try to like tend to him. He's such a
Really?
good little doctor.
He looks like Einstein a little bit. Like
He just had 20 teeth pulled, so he has mostly toothless.
I can tell. A little haggard there. Poor thing.
Oh my God. So should we wrap it up? I think that was beautiful.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Oh, you're so beautiful, like inside
thanks.
and out.
Oh,
like
thanks.
really. You can meet some people that are aesthetically attractive that are gross. You're just like, oh, and yeah.
Or you meet someone that's like aesthetic and then you want so much more from them because of it. And then you're like,
Yes.
oh,
That's
this
a good
is
way
like
to put it, yeah.
an empty cup here. Okay. I was going
Yeah.
to drink you, but you're empty. Never mind. Right? I've had a couple of those recently too. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I would love to connect. There's nothing here to, nothing.
Yeah.
You're a shell. Never mind.
Yes, I know.
You're a pretty shell, but maybe you're somebody else's shell. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to negate that, right? I just try to honor like where everybody's at, right? Like I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
I certainly know I'm not.
Yeah. And again, you're welcome because I don't want people choking on me,
Oh my God.
right? Like, just go sip somebody else then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just honor that.
Yeah.
And then others like to drink me, and it's great.